Metizport, unfortunately, not really giving us too much in that second half. CT side, harder side. They kind of prove why, ultimately. You know, Blessed really did have their number in that second half side of things. Couldn't really get their econ going on the CT end. You know, really, really difficult for them. But now we move into their map pick. So expecting big things out of this one. We do have Vertigo coming up, and hopefully for Metizport, they can bounce back into this. Obviously, yesterday, a tough loss on the first map against Aurora when we caught them here on the B stream. And they unfortunately struggled to get going in that series. So hopefully this is not a repeat of that.
Wow, it looks like Blessed want to get in towards fights immediately. I don't blame them either as well. Map 1 was a really good showing. I mean, like we said, it was just fundamentally the better side. Hitting their shots, I mean, they managed to limit Nilo to having a non-existent performance, which very few teams have been able to do. Taking B. Bomb goes down. I mean, there's no competition at the moment. Metizport playing full retake and they're smoked out.
Yeah, it maybe just seems like they have managed to outbrain here. However, Metizport going to get aggressive through these smokes and find a bit of initial success. How long will it last? However, looking good as they press the back the man advantage, and there's susp that doesn't double. That might just do it. Yeah, Bondic has to get desperate, thinking they've got a kit. He would think correct. Unfortunately, nothing coming. Metizport going to find a pistol, find it cleanly by their own standards. And therefore, I think it will be the best possible start for them here on Vertigo.
Yeah, it's really good to see, right? I think it goes without saying we needed a little bit of positivity coming out of Metizport. They needs to come in towards this sort of a game and sort of take some control. Map 1 wasn't good. There wasn't really a lot that we can kind of look back on and say that that was positive. It's going to help. It's out the way, but of course, a bomb one does mean full wide tension. He's a lucky man to still be alive. I'm surprised he is still alive, in all fairness. Just 3 points of HP. Full buys both ways. Winner of this takes a lot of control early doors.
Yeah, very true. Close. Knew there was a fight coming, but not fast enough. Not accurate enough. Just also clean here. Immediately looking way, way better from an individual standpoint. And it is set to continue just to remain. They'll probably try and save, I would have thought. Going to eco out the next round regardless of what happens. But, you know, minute and 10 second save. It's a little bit cringe, but it might have to be done, unfortunately.
Strong way of putting it, but I think also at the same time, the right way of putting it. But, yeah, I think they kind of probably have to. I hate to say it, but I don't really think they can do really anything else in this round. I mean, it looks like they're going to try and give it a go. I can respect them for it. Tension's so low. A lot of this comes down to what Bondic can do. Here's a, you know, a big ask. So it goes down. This might even warrant a little bit of a plant here, which would give Blessed at least something to work with. Bomb. Gonna go down? Yes, it will. Yes, tension falls. Yes, it's no kills, but honestly, that's better than nothing.
True. It's very true. And the way that they're able to get away with that is actually quite cheeky. So I think they will be very thankful to have been given that opportunity, buy out some deagles into this one, and then a full, strong buy into round number 4. Oh, they're actually going to go for it now. Ooh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how much of a fan I... Listen, man, maybe if you'd brought it down to like 1 or 2 players, you've got an economy to really keep under wraps. But if Metizport win this, it's a real opportunity for them to swell the coffers. You know, if they can also find another flawless round, all of a sudden they're in a fantastic spot. They're going to have an eco to fight off against. It's 4-0 and you've got loads of cash. So, I don't know. I think it's risky from Blessed.
I think it is as well. But at the same time, it's kind of based. So I respect it. Oh, bye, Nilo. Just nades raining down. Nothing. No way he was escaping that. 3 nades go his way. Not a bad start for Blessed. They'll take that every day of the week. It's a very, you know, kind of janky and uncomfortable buy. However, 3 Galils on the T side. There's 2 Galils on the CT side. So it's manageable. They've got head armor. It means they can take at least a dink off the M4s. Adam B spots them all. Flash in on the corner. Not the fighting just yet, but they could do a lot of damage. They could be a kill, and it will. Jackinho at range, doing great work as he taps away. Oh, Jackinho, that is masterful. Lovely stuff. He had a great map number 1. He started map number 2 on exactly the same form. Metizport denied that, forced buy back in with very limited success.
Yeah, difficult. It starts very, very well for them on the Blessed side, but as became immediately apparent, just no real avenue in towards the bomb sites. Yeah. Oh, Jackinho feeling it, man. Jackinho feeling it. Down goes the hero AK. But you can see what it does, right? Your economy's all over. And Blessed, just very, very giddy. I don't know why we're not happy with the idea of an eco. Why we didn't just go for that, really. It seems like they're wanting to constantly have something, some kind of winning formula every single round, which is not necessarily needed. You can just chill out for a round and take a reset, you know, have a bit of a chat.
True. True. Well, Jake's going to find one. susp score. Uh-oh. Hang on. Hang on a moment. A hero rifle could do God's work. 2v4
could be very dangerous. Yeah, it is indeed possible. I don't know, man. They're still here. They're still here. They're still feeling it. Jackinho going to find one through the smoke. Adam with a quick headshot. And suddenly we're back on. The confidence really has made a difference here. There goes Adam B again. It's all down to Bondic all of a sudden. The golden opportunity has shimmered away. But he might be able to save it. Smoke goes down. Oh, that makes it so tough here for the Tech 9. Tap onto the bomb. Is it a tap? Is it a hold? He doesn't quite know. Unfortunately, it's a hold, sir. And he banked on the tap. Blessed. Don't necessarily throw it away, but a really solid individual retake from Metizport there.
Yeah, I got to give a lot of credit. Well done. Really well done. Also has to be said, too, you know, thinking about it, when you look at Blessed, that's still actually not a bad round, right? You know, they've come in towards that with pretty tempered expectations in terms of what they're going to get away from it. They've made it competitive. They've got a bomb plant. That's not bad by most metrics. I think they'll take that. 4-0. Looks like we are paused. Now, I was wondering this. I don't know. I think we might be paused because of Jackinho. He, yeah, okay. Jackinho dropped out. That makes sense. He didn't do anything on the retake. And I was very confused as to what he was doing because he was staring into a wall. I don't know whether he was not giving it a go or something. I was confused at the time, and it maybe makes sense as well why they, in that kind of sort of situation, go for the buy they had. Not the buy they had, the defuse they had, may I say, with the smoke diffuse type vibe, right? Rather than trying to go for a fight, because it was a 1v2. That makes a lot more sense. Jackinho has dropped out. I was pretty confused. He was looking into a wall, so I was gonna say, like, come on, dude, you're baiting Adam here, like, quite badly. This is quite peak, but makes sense. So hopefully we get him back in. I think we have got him back in, just not on the HUD for us, but in due course he should be there. 4-0 though, Metizport. He said this is a good map for them, and it is showing to be.
Yeah, it does sometimes take a little second to a little round, usually, to get that HUD back in action. So we'll see. Hopefully it should not be too much of an issue. There is indeed 5 players in. They wouldn't get the game restarted. And you can see just about on the X-ray. So it is a little jarring. We can respect that. We can definitely respect that, to be fair, as commentators. Either way, Bondic left pretty low here from some nades. There's a lot of presence out from Metizport on this A bomb site. An aggressive angle from Adam. He makes it work. Easy pickup for him. Metizport, a new lease on life here on Vertigo, it would seem. Tension, though. Trying to find something. Turns away from the flash. Oh, God. A little bit of team damage. It's ZTR from behind there. I think he would have found all of them anyway. Just going to be Bondic remaining. He's incredibly low. Nowhere near the action. This is most certainly a save.
Yeah, has to be. Has to be. Keep an AK alive. It's better than nothing, right? Blessed, it's not looking all too good. This is a much, much better Metizport side. A side who are in control, dictating the tempo, making this look very, very good. He probably is going to be given that allowance of saving an AK-47. So I guess that's a small silver lining. But we're kind of getting to the point now where there really isn't all too many silver linings. 5-0, no real competition. One eco round was relatively close, but in the grand scheme of things, now things are getting dire where close is no longer really a consideration. Save comes through. AK kept alive. But I was going to fix that HUD very quickly so you can see whether Jackinho is actually alive. He is in the server. He had a decent round. He's had a decent game so far as well. He's been playing pretty well. So you want to see those stats. We want to see those stats. So we'll get the HUD refresh and then we can get back underway. But so far, so good for Metizport. Completely different side. That sort of 10 to 15 minute break that you have in between the games, they've obviously used it effectively. I think a lot of credit has to probably go towards the coach, Abdi, who's doing quite well in terms of just settling the ship a little bit, right? Saying, right, that's not a great map for us. It never has been. Now we go into a strong one of ours with a much better side on this map. Let's go improve it. And so far they have been.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. I think, you know, you talk about Jackinho, he looked all right on Anubis. And as we mentioned, that first half wasn't too bad from them. But yeah, it was difficult for them to get rolling into the second. I think, though, they proved to themselves they're a little more on it today, individually looking a bit better. Nilo maybe needed a conversation in between. Still kind of struggling a little bit here as well, actually. It is always an interesting sort of question once you start to make a bit of buzz as a young player. Got all these hot prospect type looks. And that's a lot of pressure to live up to. You know, you have one dodgy week or whatever, as Metizport have. And it can make a difference, but speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Nilo finds himself a double spray down to kick off this round against the halfback.
Oh, well. He's low. He's alive. Jakey gonna fall though. Susp answering another one. Leaving it down to 2 for Blessed. One of them being a Tech 9 as well. Surely there's just no chance here.
So you would think. Yeah, they really are struggling on the Blessed side of things. And it does maybe just come back to that force buy. That really aggressive economic decision. It set the tone. They struggled there, and, you know, there might have been a few differences of opinion in terms of whether they should go for it or not. Yeah, it just seems to have kept them pinned down. No kills coming in round number 6. Metizport keep the streak going. They've yet to lose a round. Jackinho yet to die. Susp only dying once. So everything is going very, very well for Metizport here on the bounce back map.
It is. It is. And I think now we're getting to the point now as well where for Blessed, they can't sort of answer back in any sort of way in the next few. I mean, at the moment, if they allow Metizport to get anywhere in the region of 8, I don't think there's going to be too much of a chance of doing anything. CT side's going to be notoriously quite difficult on this map. You can get pulled apart, and I'm worried for them. Smash! Little gap in that smoke opens up, and Jackinho punishes 8-0 yet to die. This man has been unstoppable so far this series. He's been finding a bit of form, Jackinho, individually, but he really has in this series.
A little bit of a swap up of the AWPs. Bless definitely in with a chance, though, to take this round. Definitely not over. Really good nade on Jackie, though, and Nilo creeps around the side. Meanwhile, trying to move in for a B hit. They might be able to burst quite quickly here. Jackinho is around with the AWP, but easily smoked off, and one is indeed available. Number of flashes to work with as well. We'll get this utility out. However, there is that gap for Jackinho to work with. Quite a common one. He's just not fast enough, and I mean, it is fair enough, but he sees that bomb cross in. They will now hear the plant going down. They have a good idea of what is going on. 3 versus 2, their own utility coming in that they will try and move the attack forwards behind. The 3, however, peeking out. Managed to find one. It's tension on the AWP. And now against Jackinho, his counterpart, yet to die, but he finds it all the same. Blessed will deliver a killing blow for the first.
Finally, right? And that's all that matters. Getting around on the board, finding a bit of success, kickstarting some level of momentum. That's where maybe we can start to have conversations. But, I mean, it's still a long old road to recovery. We need consistency out of the side. Smash is still 0-7. Numbers across the board still exactly aren't great. Yes, we're seeing the AWP come alive a little bit. Yes, we're seeing Guthrie put up a couple of frags, but it's still not been the showing that they would want. We need consistency. We need to see Blessed off the chain 2 or 3 more rounds in a row, and then potentially we can start to have a conversation, but it's still not going to be easy.
More important than the previous, once you get it going, you have to keep that ball rolling because it can be very difficult to start it up again. Get that ramp for yourself. Speaking of which, Blessed have found a fair amount of control down there. Maybe it's all part of the plan. Metizport potentially pushing around. You can see Nilo made his way downstairs. Good for one. Maybe not quite enough, unfortunately, for that CT side. B-bomb site is the next avenue of attack. Susp trying, big damage. A4, of course, plenty of ammo in the magazine, and he will manage to find himself a kill as well as all that damage that we talked about. Stays alive, going to go back in for a bit more, potentially. It's the AWP that's come around of Jackinho to seal off the site, leaving Jackie and Bondic with it all to do once again.
Big ask. Especially with Jackie's HP as well. Feels so unlikely here. Got the right idea about the back pillar player, and even technically the default player here, Bondic, but he just knows he can't do anything. They're going to call for a save. I think it has to be, sadly, the right call. That AWP is way too expensive. They won't be able to reinvest back into it. Even the AK is actually a luxury in terms of what they're going to bring to round number 9. That's going to be, once again, Metizport finding some success, finding a good little run here. Man, for Blessed, they really just can't seem to find any gaps. I think a lot of credit has to be given towards Metizport. Their CT side setups are much better than what we saw in towards Anubis. They're taking a lot of proactivity in terms of the early fights they're finding, but they're sticking together. They're using the trays. They're playing this sort of kind of pack mentality that was actually so successful for Blessed in map number 1. There's a lot to like. Everything's slotting itself into place quite nicely at the moment for this Metizport roster. This is what we were saying, right? We came in towards this series and we sort of already alluded to this. Of all the series we've done so far, this being our 3rd here in these Challenger Jönköping quals, this one feels like it's the most likely to go 3 maps. And this is why. Just because both of these maps that they've picked into are punish picks towards their opponents. It's pretty evident right now. This is quite punishing. It's not been pretty at all for Blessed. And yeah, it's showing. It's showing. Attack timeout called. An opportunity, especially the experience of Bondic to try and lend himself to the situation, but it's not an easy one to find yourself in.
That's very true. Yeah, the juxtaposition of maps certainly is showing Blessed trying to recover whatever they can. No opportunities presenting here, though, for the AWP and the AK. Nilo in an unconventional spot, to be fair, and of course backed up by Jackinho. A little bit of a cheeky setup here, hoping that, Jackinho maybe gets one, drops back, and then Nilo goes unchecked. Ooh, boost up is here for Bondic. That will have been heard, I believe. Jackinho misses off his shot. Nilo now, the patience game going to begin. And again, going to get some support in from Guardian. Jackinho might even come back around for another peek. His shadow has been spotted there. Bondic, though, scared off the angle at the very least. And now Nilo is gagging for a fight. He really wants these guys to come his way. Jackie taking it slow. And yeah, Wasn't going to check him, but just the way that the angles have worked out, because he contacts in, he actually gets himself a freebie. Smoke going to go down. Rifle going to be retrieved. Aid rush on the cards. Gotta be careful here, though. Jackinho in for one, but traded quickly. Smash taken out at the bottom end of the ramp is a small silver lining, but there is still a clean plant and a clean post plant available. Tension with the AWP. Gets it done. Bondic for another, leaving susp all alone against 3.
Big ask. Not impossible. Tension's low. But time's starting to tick. He's got to make a decision kind of here and now. They do have money to work on. I think it's probably a world in which saving the AWP might actually just be the play. Tension sneaking his way around. Nobody close. He's made a bit of noise. Feels like Tension might have the right idea. Late into the round, he might give this a go. He's on that 10-second mark. Gonna go for it. Smoke on towards the bomb. No, hang on a second. Maybe, just maybe swing on the corner. He will go down. That was pretty close. And it's costly too because nobody from Bless survives. So at the very least, he baits them into fights. And also might mean there's no AWP to work with for Blessed either. Tension, if he wants to go into it, lackluster util armor or both is the decision he has to make. He's going to go for it, so it's half armor, no util, which means he's very vulnerable to the M4s. One tap ability is available. So, could see around for Blessed, but the cost at which it comes is, yeah, it's pretty marked.
Wide swing, good for one, but immediately traded. Blessed maybe starting to pick up steam here. We'll see. It's difficult to say at this stage of the game. Jackinho and Zeti are both going to move in again. Individually speaking, Metizport are much more confident to take these fights. Don't necessarily need the support, don't necessarily need the flashes. They just know their angle is way better on this map, and it does feel that way. Blessed getting lucky in the previous. No luck in play here. At least so far. 4 on 2. Ooh, ZTR taking some decent damage. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not counting Blessed out completely after the past few rounds I've seen them play out.
It's true. They've actually started to pick up a little bit of form, in all fairness. If you can get a couple more rounds until the end of the half, there's maybe a conversation. 7-5 would be a luxury. But this is still feeling possible. I can say if they can isolate fights, but Jackinho is still a man possessed right now. 13-2. Loving life in the server. As Metizport hit 8. And I think already I probably both agree, 8 rounds is more than enough, I think. But Metizport, the CT side, has looked really good. They're playing at a very high level now. They're just not really given any opportunities to Blessed to try and overwhelm or take too much space. And considering the knock-on effect it's had now to the econ, it actually shows that attempt at a defuse a couple of rounds ago, how important it has been now, right? Nobody surviving Blessed has meant they full bought in towards the last round, didn't get a bomb plant or any success then, and before you know it, Metizport, a bit of a freebie at a run at 9 rounds in the first half here. This is really, really good work, especially just in the comparison to what we saw last map.
No, it is good to see, and you know, we're hoping for this team that they're able to find some of that form they had a couple of months ago when they turned a fair amount of heads. And a tournament like this would be a great opportunity for them to do that. Real LAN experience. Worth its weight in gold to players like this. Looking good for susp as he finds himself another frag. Calls upon some support so that he doesn't go down needlessly here. But on the re-aggression is perfectly effective. Just going to be missed attention. Nothing presenting.
Yeah, a little quiet here. Expected. He's trying to hope that there's maybe some level of a fight given to him. Maybe an isolated one, but Nilo at range. He's picking up his form, Nilo. Now positive for the first time in this entire series. That's good to see for him. Probably good individually as well, too, right? If he can get active, he can get going, then maybe, just maybe, there's a world to work with. Final round of the half, though, 9-2 is already more than enough. It's been a wonderful display out of Metizport. Lest they have barely even scratched the surface.
Yeah, not showing as much on this one. Again, showing maybe where they have a lack of depth as a team. Young team, not too many officials. But we'll see. Faster B approach coming in here. Susp is lucky to be alive, nearly getting caught on the corner of Gen there. Will eventually get caught. However, a bit on top of each other here. Nilo still quite close to the action. Picks up a double that will look to keep them alive. It's Adam B with a double as well, and that is a way to end it. Again, speaking to the prowess of Metizport. A sea of blue in the first half. Maybe we'll get a desert of orange in the second. Catch you in a few.
Never felt so right with you. I'm gonna hold on to you.
Metizport looking to take us to a quick third, it would seem then. Ancient, we are interested in seeing, in all fairness. Blessed have a decent history on it. Metizport as well. Big fans, so it should hopefully be the closest map of the series, which is usually what you'd expect from a decider, but it is not always the case with the way that things pan out. Double digits for Metizport, of course, at the end of that first half. They win the pistol here. The game is most certainly going their way.
That's true. Smoke in towards Con. I'll follow it as well. Up and out on towards the site. Nobody's home. Go for free. Nobody even going to fight to here. And I'm sure Metizport are very confused as they get literally nothing in terms of a response on the Blessed. Time already now starting to tick.
Adam B up close here. Susp will manage to find a kill through the smoke there on the back side of things, but This is going to get a bit weird, isn't it? Sus the first one to chime in. They go contacting round. It's only one between the two of them. And Jackie on the Julies doing so much damage. ZTR still alive here. The back end of the Raptor. What can he get done? It's big damage. It might just be all the kills as well. Meanwhile, there's a flank coming round. Got to get him off the bomb. However, knife is out to try and find where tension is at. Oh my goodness, it is awfully close for a 10-second hold, you know. Goodness gracious me. But Metizport will come away with it thanks to the knife kill and net themselves 11. And as said, quite possibly the map to come with it.
Yeah, I think that probably sums up Blessed sort of map number 1. You know, close at times, but realistically, it's only ever going the way of Metizport. Seen off with the knife as well means plenty of cash in the pocket too, so you're not going to say no to that at all. Double AK, Galil and double Mac 10 against the no-buy out from Blessed. They are stacking towards the A site, so at the very least, it's the right idea. But I mean, just the firepower alone, I can't see any world that this doesn't just comfortably go the way of Metizport.
Super comfortable. I think losing one there when they've got like the entire team stacked up is a little bit of an oversight, but ultimately all good, right? Especially when you're this deep into the game and this close to winning. Not the end of the world to just lose one player. If it was mega close, those types of niche things could make a difference, but I don't know that it is necessarily going to do that here. Buy comes round for Blessed. 10 in a row required. It begins here. No excuses in terms of the buy, I suppose. And it would be good for them just to show themselves and the world and their opponents, I suppose, for that all-important respect that they can get rounds. They can do it, you know.
Yeah.
It's just T-side's a bit hard.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, it feels like a very big ask, doesn't it? Any round to be nice for... I'm not even going to say the confidence going into us, because there won't be any confidence. I think it's just probably about now... You know, realistically, they do just feel a little checked out. I think it's probably the best way to go about it. You kind of save the mental, save yourself from tilting, so to say, for a very important third map. Sport playing slow here. Molly about to be bounced off that ledge there. Here comes the U-tilt. It's a bit of a ruse, though. There actually isn't a huge amount they're working with early doors. You normally throw that Molly as you're starting to push up in towards top, but not the case. Smoke comes through on towards top stairs, and it might not be respected as Nilo finds himself a very important kill towards Bondic. susp is given so much control here. He disrespected the smoke, goes through it, and he's met with nobody towards the B site. Surely the bomb is being rotated over, and it will be.
Yeah, just the case now, isn't it? Footsteps being heard. Sus, deep position, but can't do too much with it. However, you know, they are a bit caught off. They are a bit panicked. Nice flank from Guthrie. His teammates, unfortunately, unable to do the same. There's also a lurking presence here from ZTR, which they are acutely aware of, but not really able to do too much around it. That will be that, and Metizport cleaning up house with a 13-2 victory there on Vertigo. Yeah. Not all that often we see games go that one-sided, especially at this level. You know, a lot of the games generally tend to come a bit closer. Team will pick up a pistol, something like this, but again, Blessed, really not there on that map at all, you know, in